Hey there, I am Christie Ruffino, former broke single mom turned CEO of 2 six-figure businesses and best-selling author with 15 books. But it wasn't always like this. Not long ago, I was a hot mess. Yes, I did a lot of things right, but mostly I was throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what would stick. Fast forward past many failed attempts and a few incredible victories, I not only get to share what I've learned along the way, I get to bring together top influencers as they share their empowering stories, insider secrets, and valuable resources that can be used right now to step into your power. So, if you're an ambitious entrepreneur, or possibly one in the making, and you're looking to create a business and life that lights you up, well, then you're in the right place. Well, hello and welcome to today's episode. This is Christie Ruffino, and I am really kind of excited and a little frustrated and a little, I don't know, like this whole effort for me to do these solo podcasts are so out of my comfort zone. So if you're with me, or if that means you listened to the last show that I did last week, maybe you just popped in today, but I want to encourage you to stick with me a little bit longer because I am watching everybody's support. I've had some great feedback from people, and I am dedicated to, at least for the month of February, consistently share specific tips designed to help entrepreneurs grow their business, move the needle forward in their impact and in their profits. And so it's so much easier for me to interview people, but I am going to push through because you know what? The only way we'll get better is to continue to push through things that are out of our comfort zone. And so I'm going to share these tips because I really want to kind of like create more value for my audience. I want to stay on top of the rankings. Like right now, we are in one of the top 2% of all podcasts out there, which seems kind of crazy to me. Out of all of the podcasts, there's like 98% of them out there that are worse than we are, which like, you know, I didn't think my show was that great, but we do have a loyal following of listeners. And you know what? It is a great source of information. And so we have people that show up once in a while and listen, and then we have people that are showing up consistently every single week. And that is who I am showing up for in this effort of February to really consistently share some great information. And so today I'm going to share my FAB-5 factors to bulletproof your business. Let's see, today's Tuesday. I don't know when you're going to be listening to this, but I had a great call today with some clients. And, you know, I had one client that just was in an overwhelmed state. Have you ever felt like that, where you are in complete overwhelm, you just are frustrated, and you start thinking about giving up? Being an entrepreneur is not easy, especially being a solopreneur. It is really difficult to stay motivated. Yeah, we'll have good moments. We also have moments that aren't so good. When the cash flow is not there, when we're stuck with technology, maybe it's just stuck with strategies, you know, where we try things over and over again to get the results we want, but we don't always do things that are going to get us the results we want. I know that happens to me a lot. I'm hoping that doesn't happen to you, but I know the reality is that it probably does. And so she showed up today on our coaching call, and she was in a state of overwhelm and she wanted to give up. And, you know, we all encouraged her to keep going. That place of stress sometimes is the place where great breakthroughs happen. And I just, you know what? The easy thing, honestly, is to give up. The hard thing is to push through. And the hard thing is to keep learning and growing and just not letting anything get you down. So sometimes you have to let go to let in more. Now, this is kind of the lesson that I shared on my last episode, in how I created a lot of changes in my life recently. Heck, I created a lot of changes in my life in the last 2 years from moving, like moving out of the state, out of a 10-mile radius that I've lived my whole entire life, moved completely across the world in a sense, not really across the straight state, like, 1,300 miles away, which to me seems like forever away. But I made a lot of changes. I just recently closed one of my businesses, done some other changes that personal changes, but it is just like all of these changes were intentionally orchestrated so that way I can live into my next better version of myself and create a next better impact that I want to create in the world. And so when we stay where we are, we just kind of coast. We get comfortable and we just kind of do what we need to do. And sometimes it really is good to have those stressors, whether it be a family situation, a money situation, a health situation. Sometimes we need those stressors, those catalysts to create that change in our life. And so today I want to share 5 fabulous factors to ensure your business stays bulletproof. So, point number 1, or I should say factor number 1, is alignment. If you are not in complete alignment with your mission, you're going to find more stressors, right? You're going to find more challenges. You're going to find more resistance, and things aren't going to get into the flow. Now, sometimes we don't know if we're in alignment. We think we're in alignment, or we think we need to be in alignment, but we don't know how to get in alignment. And I honestly believe that alignment is something that you can't force. It's something that you need to grow into. I've been helping people with stories for a long time, and I have seen over and over again where a person's story is what created that change in their life and helped them realize their true purpose. And so I work with mission-driven women to help them get in alignment with their purpose and profitize their purpose. And I know for me in my business, when I wasn't following my purpose, I saw so many challenges and I did not feel like I was on the right path. But I kept thinking, someday, one day, I will figure it out. Someday, one day, I'll do what I want to do, right? But in that waiting period, or in that season where I wasn't necessarily aligned with my true mission, my higher calling, it was and I didn't know it at the time, right? I just thought, okay, this was the way it's supposed to go. But the moment I got in alignment with my true mission, my higher calling, I can definitely see now how it is so different. Like I am so in the flow. I am like things are coming together at epic speed. Partnerships are coming together in a great way, an amazing way. And there are just so many opportunities that are coming. And I've shared this quote a lot. If you are following your purpose, the right people, the right resources, the right opportunities will come to you at the right time because the reason is right. So I encourage you, are you in alignment with your true purpose? If not, find somebody that can help you figure it out. Make sure that you are tapping into your desires and your gifts, your genius zone. And when you get all of that put together and you get on your true path to following your purpose, you'll end up by having an amazing business and, more importantly, an amazing life. Okay, so let's get to factor number 2. This is all around clarity. So when we're working as an entrepreneur or a solopreneur, we tend to, and I say we, right? Because all of these strategies or all of these factors that I'm sharing, I learned the hard way. And I want you to learn from my mistakes, or you to learn from my longer journey. I want you to expedite this. And when we are in a position of wanting to help others, we tend to want to like have our arms out and say, I can help everybody. But when you are in that place where you're trying to help everybody, you are not helping the people that need you the most, and you are not helping as many people as you can help. So when you get clarity around your ideal client, and your direct, specific purpose in helping them, it will allow you to become the expert. It will allow you to become known as the go-to person in that specific area. If you are a jack of all trades, if you're trying to help everybody, you're never going to become highly referable. And that was like a switch that flipped for me. If I go to a networking event or stand up and do my infomercial and first of all, I'm confused. What do I say I do, right? And I'm thinking about it. And every time I give my elevator pitch, I'm saying something different. And it's always a constant, used to be always a constant like shift and change. And I was constantly just saying something different every time. But now that I say I am a coach that helps mission-driven women profitize their purpose through a strategy of creating high ticket offers and high converting offers, like it's just, this is all I do. Now I do other things. I help people share their stories. I help people publish books. I have a team of people that helps with so many other things, but my core mission is to help women become more profitable by creating their high ticket program and high ticket offer. And so it's been an incredible journey that now that I'm kind of niche down and I am showing up in the right way, I am knowing where to find my ideal clients. I am knowing who my joint venture partners are. My clients, the people that know me now know how to refer me better. I am the high ticket queen, right? I am the high ticket diva, whatever you want to call it, and high ticket highness. But I am really all about helping women leverage their time, increase their sales through my specific process. And so I'm more referable, and that is going to allow me to continue to grow my business in a more powerful way. And I'm going to do that through factor number 3, which is my message. Now, my message is completely focused on 2 things. Well, one thing, but in 2 different ways. I am sharing my message to the person that needs to hear me the most. So let's see, message is going to be split into 2 ways. I'm going to be sharing it to who needs to hear it the most, and I'm going to be sharing it in a way that they need to hear it the most. So let me break this down. If I become the brain surgeon of my coaching world, right? Like I'm the brain surgeon. I am the elite of the elite of business coaches. Then what happens is my message is going to be focused specifically to the people that are looking to increase their sales, that are looking to leverage their time, that are looking to have an easy system, a no launch system, an evergreen open enrollment program process that will allow them to scale. So I use things in my messaging that are going to be interesting to them. And so now in all of the noise out there, I am not just, yelling at people or shouting. I am saying things and using triggers and crafting a message that my ideal client is going to be interested in. They're going to wait, what is that all about? I want to learn more. And so part A of the message is you need to have your message directed to your ideal client. And then part B of this is you need to communicate your message around the value, not around the process. And this is something that is so hard for entrepreneurs to do. Heck, it's hard for me at times. My results that I get my clients are because of my process, right? My system, my steps, everything that I need to do to work with my clients to give them this journey. They go through, where is it? My clients go through this roadmap, right? It's a very simple process. It's simple if you know it, but the process helps you eliminate pitfalls, right? You're not going in all of those ditches or Chicago has a lot of potholes. You're not getting into these potholes and blowing a tire, right? You're staying on the road. You're just following the path to the desired result. And so I always want to talk about process. But the minute I talk about process, what that does is it creates resistance in the emotion of my ideal client because they see the journey as hard. Like they don't want a hard journey. They want an easy journey. Think about if you're looking to lose weight. Do you want to hear from your weight loss coach that you will have to, run around the block or, do your time on the treadmill, that you have to do sit-ups and push-ups and lift weights and reduce your calories and like all of these things. So you have to change your life. You have to modify some of your behaviors, but you're not buying that. You don't want that. You want the easy way. Even though it's going to be work, you want to buy the fact that you're going to fit in your skinny jeans. So the more I talk about the process, if I'm a weight loss coach, the more I talk about all of the work that has to be done, the more objections that are going to come up in the minds of my clients. And although psychologically they know these things have to happen, they're going to be more inclined to say yes if I talk about how their life is going to be different now that they've lost weight. If I talk about, yes, you're going to fit in your skinny jeans, and yes, you're going to feel better. Yes, you're going to have more energy. Yes, you're probably going to sleep way better, right? If I talk about all of these benefits instead of the process, that is going to make my message land even more powerfully. All right, so far we have alignment, clarity, message. Number 4 of my FAB factor list is conversion. And this is kind of a lesson that I learned the hard way. And it's a lesson that I'm still working on. But I know when I started my networking organization, I started it 21 years ago, but about 5 years into it, when it was a full-fledged business with multiple chapters in multiple states, I quit my job and that became my sole focus of income. The problem that I had is I thought, hey, if I just did the right things and helped enough people, I would make money, right? I just focused on the good things, the support, the growth, and doing things to create an amazing community, a thriving referral environment, that I didn't focus on conversions. I wasn't doing things specifically to get the revenue in. I wasn't spending my time and energy on revenue generating activities. And so what I encourage you to do is pretend like you have a CFO, outline your business expenses, outline your business revenue goals, do the math, determine what goes out every month, what has to come in just to break even, and then set your goals on what you need to do to create the income you want, the net plus income, and then create paths to get those specific client conversions. That's it. Like, if you're going to do something that is a feel-good opportunity, make sure it leads to conversions. If you're going to launch a podcast, make sure it leads to conversions. If you're going to speak on stage, make sure it leads to conversions. Make sure everything you do, that there's some direct path, not just this like maybe path, but a clear and direct path for that opportunity to lead to some sort of client conversion. Because if you're not converting people and clients, you can't keep helping people. And it's not even about the money that you're not getting by not creating these conversion opportunities. It's about the fact that you're not creating the transformations that you could potentially be creating if you worked closer and deeper with your potential clients. So make sure everything you do is all around conversions. And my FAB-5 factor number 5 is resilience. And I'm going to bring this full circle. My client that I talked to today about her wanting to give up, gosh, what do I want to say? This is all about mindset. And I should have had this number one on my list, but it really, you need to have all of them. Um, but you can't complete this 5-factor list, right? Or you can't have any of them without each other. But I think the most important is the resilience. It is the mindset. It is this belief system around what, not that you're going to succeed, but about what specifically you're going to succeed in. Make sure you have your goals be completely defined. If you want to have X amount of revenue at the end of the year, make sure you know where that revenue is coming from through the whole year, break it down for a month, and then know what you have to have every single month, or even better, every single week to meet those goals. And then I know sometimes as we're like adding 6 figures to our business, or going from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures, or even 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. Don't know the 7 to 8 yet. But anytime that there is growth, it is easier for us to kind of stay where we're at. It's not in reality easier. It's easier to grow because when we grow, we get more money, we have more opportunities, we have more power to make better decisions, because money is not the factor that's creating the decisions, right? We're creating decisions out of abundance. However, sometimes it's easier to stay where we are because that's our comfort zone. And so what we need to do is realize that what we want, the bigger person that we're looking to become, is going to be uncomfortable. However, we can program our mind so that way we don't slide back to our comfort zone. And so what I shared with my client today is, hey, I know what you want to create. I believe in you. You have amazing potential. You have amazing skills, and you have a heart to create this result for your clients. So I really encouraged her to create a visual script, like a guided visualization script, outlining a year from now when her program is full and she had, however many clients she wanted, however much revenue was coming in. I wanted her to write it as a script as if it's real, like what her life is going to be alike, and then pick 3 potential client stories and describe the results those clients have. So in essence, what she's doing is fast forwarding a year from now, and she's writing like a 1-page visualization document that describes the amazing life that is on its way. So I encouraged her to do that. I encouraged her to read it out loud every morning and every night. I even encouraged her to create an audio file where she can record herself, or better yet, have somebody else record it. Go on Fiverr, have a professional record it. Do whatever you need to do to reprogram your brain to ensure that outcome happens. And so I found that that is something that I do a lot. And one of the reasons why I put this as point number 5, because it is connected to the free gift I am sharing with all of you who listened to my show today and hung with me till the end. What I did, oh gosh, when I first moved to Florida, when I sold my house, packed everything up, moved, created all these new changes that were going to happen in my life, I knew there was going to be challenges. And heck, I had challenges at first, because here I'm stepping into a life that has nothing to do with being in Florida, but it has to do with closing down some businesses, expanding other businesses, and just doing things that were not something that I had already done, and creating a revenue stream way beyond what I had created already. And so I knew I was going to have challenges, and I had them. And so I thought, well, this isn't going to work. I just felt like it was kind of stuck. So I wrote my own affirmation script. I went on Fiverr. I had somebody record it, and has been really an amazing thing for me in my journey of growth. And so that's the gift I'm giving anybody and everybody who's listening to the show today. It is my Living My Purpose Affirmation audio track. And you will have access to the MP3. I think it's MP4 file. Let's see. MP3 file. And there's also instructions on how you can do what I did, which was have that file become your morning wake-up call. And so I took that audio file and I set it up on my phone so my alarm every morning wouldn't be "Rah, rah, rah," or ding, 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 or anything else. It would be that audio affirmation file speaking to me. So it's been great. 6:30 every morning, all of a sudden I hear this amazing, well-scripted, well-spoken and affirmation track. And that is what I want to share with all of my listeners. I want to give you all the opportunity to wake up whenever you wake up and be empowered by my affirmations that will be really in alignment with almost any entrepreneur, or at the very least, use it as a foundation to create your own affirmation track. And so I really enjoyed this show. I hope you did too. I hope you found it beneficial. If there was anything you learned specifically or any, any new information, or just if you had any shift in your thinking about your journey of entrepreneurship, I really encourage you to reach out to me. I have a lot of programs that are, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't have a lot of programs. I have 2 programs. That's it. And I'm going to be having a membership very soon. But my 2 programs are helping women and men master and leverage their signature story. So I have a few processes to help you get published and get seen, get your story and your message seen and heard by a large group of people. And then my other core program is Epic Mastery, that is designed to help you then take that message and monetize it, and do that with a streamlined, very scalable, high ticket program, multi-step offer. Yeah. But simple, like easy. You're not going to have all these courses and programs and all these things out there, because what happens is when you have these low priced programs or courses, it doesn't get people the transformation you want to give them, because you're not giving them the support, the accountability in your mentorship. And so if you think about how much it takes for you to sell one $50 program, or do-it-yourself program, or $500 do-it-yourself program, or $1,000, it's like the same amount of effort to sell something low ticket as high ticket. So why not go for the high ticket? Why not make the real money? Why not create the real transformations? And again, I'm going off, but I'm really passionate about this, and I really have seen so many women's businesses and lives change because they make this shift into high ticket. You don't have to be this super famous person to have a high ticket offer. You just have to have a heart to serve and the skills. And I will help you create a process of your methodology, help you refine your methodology. I'll help you fill your program, launch it, and then eventually grow it to become a high ticket program. So if you want my free gift, the link will be in the show notes below for you to head on over to our gift vault. Not only will you get my gift, but you'll have access to many of our other guests' gifts. And you know what? We just do that as a thank you. All of my guests share amazing resources as a thank you to you for being a loyal listener. They share it as a thank you for me to invite them on their show. And we do the same thing back and forth. So I am all about collaboration, support, and I hope I can encourage you and support you on your journey to create a more highly impactful and income-based business. All right, thank you. I will see you next week. I'm committed. I've got 2 more weeks, maybe more, but at least 2 more weeks. And I know my topic next week is going to be amazing, so I can't wait to share with you. All right, thanks for now, and I will see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Mastery Unleashed podcast, where we believe that everyone can have the business and life of their dreams by turning their mess into their greatest message and following their purpose to help the people who need their newfound wisdom and resources. To learn more, visit masteryunleashedpodcast.com. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to this show.